Bloodline member JC Mateo sends scathing message to R-Truth after WWE SmackDown clash. The rising force within the Bloodline, JC Mateo, sent a sharp and scornful message to WWE veteran R-Truth following their one-sided match on last week's episode of WWE SmackDown. Mateo, who has been making waves since his shocking debut at Backlash, made short work of the 53-year-old Truth in front of the Knoxville, Tennessee crowd. The confrontation was set up earlier in the night when the Bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa and flanked by Mateo, made their entrance. They were interrupted by R-Truth, who has recently revived his comedic Ron Cena persona, a playful parody of John Cena. Coming off a loss to Cena at Saturday night's main event, Truth confronted the Bloodline and took a jab at JC Mateo by calling him husky, drawing laughs from the crowd but not from Mateo. The insult led to a match being scheduled later in the night. Once the bell rang, it was clear that Mateo meant business. The man once known on the independent scene as Jeff Cobb dominated Truth with a ruthless display of strength and agility, impressing fans with his power-based offense. Solo Sikoa, standing ringside, watched gleefully as Mateo dismantled the WWE veteran. After the bell, the domination didn't stop. Mateo and Solo teased a post-match assault on Truth, potentially looking to send an even bigger message. However, their plans were foiled when Jimmy USO made a surprise appearance, rushing the ring and forcing the Bloodline to retreat. The unexpected interference by Jimmy continues the complicated internal saga within the Bloodline faction. Following the match, JC Mateo took to social media to pour more salt in the wound. Posting on X, formerly Twitter, Mateo shared a backstage photo with Truth alongside a scornful caption aimed at the veteran. The post stirred up controversy, with many fans urging the newcomer to delete the message. However, Mateo doubled down on his heel persona, firing back at critics by bluntly saying he hated them too. The unfiltered response has only intensified the spotlight on Mateo, who is quickly becoming one of WWE's most talked about new stars. JC Mateo's journey to WWE has been anything but typical. In a recent interview with Hawaii News Now, Mateo opened up about his path to the biggest stage in pro wrestling. Originally from Honolulu, Hawaii, he moved to Guam at age 11 and represented the island as an Olympic-level amateur wrestler. His transition to pro wrestling began in 2009, and over the years, he carved out a reputation on the independent circuit as a powerful and technically gifted performer. Mateo recalled the disappointment of being rejected by WWE in 2014. "It stung," he said, "but I knew I had to prove them wrong." Despite receiving multiple offers from WWE in the years that followed, he revealed that he initially turned them down. "It felt good to say no, not out of pride, but because I knew my value," he explained. Ultimately, his persistence and growth paid off. Mateo finally signed with WWE earlier this year and debuted in dramatic fashion at Backlash, aligning himself with the Bloodline and helping Jacob Fatu retain the United States Championship. Since then, he has embraced the role of enforcer for the faction, and his recent actions against R-Truth show that he's not here to play games. As tensions continue to build within and around the Bloodline, all eyes will be on JC Mateo. His in-ring dominance and defiant attitude make him a dangerous new player in WWE. And if his recent clash is any indication, R-Truth may not be the last legend Mateo sets his sights on.